Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today, you are going to get a bit of a mental exercise from me, hopefully to help you realign a bit of what you are prioritizing these days. I had a discussion with a client earlier this week when we were talking about use of time and time value, right? So, in specific, we were talking about other people wasting time on things that we deemed to be worthless or invaluable. But in that same stretch of conversation, we got to a point with the client where we were talking about things that normally for him, he was doing in his business that people beyond him would find very invaluable. So the question came up, or the question I posed to him rather, was think about your future self and who you want to become, right? 5 years, 10 years, whatever the time length is for you. Would that person, the person who you want to become, look at what you're doing now and think that you're wasting time? Would they think what you're doing and what you're focusing on is invaluable? Most importantly, would they think the things that you worry about today, here and now, are worthless or a waste of time? And I think it poses a strong question because when we're talking about being who we want to become to achieve a certain level of success, whatever that means for you, it involves doing the things necessary to not only become that person, but to embody that person and to take on those same priorities. A lot of us, especially entrepreneurs, have a problem with ego, primarily, right? Myself included, where we think, at times, where we think that we're the smartest person in the room and our employees aren't capable of doing everything that we're capable of doing. And in some cases, that may be true, but that doesn't mean that they can't do a good job. I've never met, outside of people that have been fired, someone that wants to come to work or wakes up every morning and says, I want to be the worst employee today and I don't want to learn anything new and I want to disappoint everybody. It just doesn't happen. Part of becoming that person is leaving behind the things that aren't a priority to you, that don't maximize your skill set, and leaving other people to either do that because it's what they're good at, or learn and get to the point where they can do it efficiently and we can trust them in doing it for our business. Or if you're a sales professional, using your assets within the company to make your job easier so you can maximize your sales and everything that's involved with getting leads and closing leads, etc. So take a second today. It's Tuesday. It's midday. Take a second. Think about, are the things I'm doing, especially the things that we know are below our pay grade, right? Or that are deemed worthless by our future selves. How can we get rid of them? Can we delegate them? Can we stop worrying about the things that eventually aren't going to become a problem because they're shortcutting our progress and our path to that growth? What things can we drop so we can maximize our skill sets and either delegate, remove, or otherwise redirect resources to those issues or those things so we can move forward? We got to drop the weight in order to fly. So think about it, take some time, and we'll be back next week with another great analogy or message that you can ponder for the week. Talk soon.